Hey yo, what's good with it? What's good with it? What's good with it? What's good with it? Tonight gonna be a game, boy. One way or the other. It's gonna be a game. Good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. Somebody playing, and it's gonna be some theatrics on these interwebs. Gonna be some theatrics on these interwebs, man. On every platform possible. I know folks got their tweets locked and loaded up in the drafts. I know y'all drafts is loaded, ready with whatever troll posts you got, whatever little troll memes you got. I know some of y'all just can't wait. I'm here for it all. It's going to be entertaining, one way or the other. Either the game gonna be entertaining, or the web gonna be entertaining, or both. Jalen Green plays the Houston Rockets for the first time. He's been injured all season. Well, most of the season he's been injured, struggling with that hamstring. But when he's played, especially when he's played with Devin Booker, they both have looked good together, and the Phoenix Suns also kind of been looking good too. Another thing too, Dylan Brooks is not suspended for this game because the NBA rescinded the 18th technical foul that he had got. So we're good to go on that front. We're good to go on that front. So it's gonna be a nice little family reunion. It's gonna be a nice little family reunion in Phoenix, right? Yeah, it's gonna be a nice little family reunion in Phoenix, man. Both teams, I ain't gonna say fully healthy. Healthy enough. Healthy enough for this game to be a little bit more entertaining than it would have been otherwise. Yeah, bro. So let me pull up some. I should have had this up already, but I'm gonna pull up some Phoenix Suns stats real quick. Well, Jalen Green stats. Well, Phoenix Suns stats really. So Dylan Brooks is having a career season. He's averaging a career high this year in points per game. He's averaging 20 a game actually. He's shooting a career high 17 shot attempts a game. Good Lord, Dylan Brooks, boy. Dylan Brooks ain't shy about putting them up, boy. He ain't shy about it at all. He ain't shy about it one way at all. But it's been going good for him though. He's doing Dylan things, man. He's still playing defense, still being a pest, still being a nuisance out there. You know, being a good culture guy out there. Seemed like he's fit in very well with that team, man. Jalen Green, this year he's averaging just 18.4 points a game in his 30 games. He's played 5 games off the bench, but he's playing a career low 26.4 minutes a game. So that's different. Oh, and Dylan Brooks is also playing only 30 minutes a game as well. So he's putting up 20 points in 30 minutes a game. And Jalen Green is putting up 18.4 in 26 minutes a game. He's shooting 42.5% from the field, 32% from the three. But besides that, and he's playing some damn good defense too. Like anytime I peep in on the Phoenix games, looks like a lot of that Ime Udoka rubbed off on him. Pause. And he's guarding, man. He's trying to pick up 3/4 of the court, full court sometimes, and he's trying to stay engaged and stay impactful. And it's good to see. It's good to see. I know it's a lot of Rockets fans that feel. I don't know what. I honestly don't get why the man has become so polarizing. I don't understand it. All right, it's one thing to just talk about the game and talk about inconsistencies or whatever. It's another thing to just make up stuff to be upset about why you don't like him. You hate that his girlfriend old. You hate that he had a baby by this lady. You hate that he painted his nails. You hate that he talked with a mumble. None of that got nothing to do with putting the ball in the hoop. None of it. I would respect some of these takes a little bit more if it didn't seem so personal. And then obviously people do have personal gripes with him outside of basketball. Like they just don't like him. They don't. A lot of people Some people more public than others just don't like the man. Some people try to pretend like it is just ball. No, it's not. We see through that. It's not. You hate the man. It's okay. I hate Draymond Green. I will never give him credit for that. And I'm open about it. And y'all should be the same about Jalen Green. It's okay to hate him. It really is. It ain't okay to lie about it though. Stop pretending. We can see it. Don't sit there and pretend it's not personal and it's just ball, but you only comment when it's something bad. Because that make you a hater. If you ignore the good and you only pay attention to the bad, that's literally what a hater is. So, and then you start talking about other stuff that ain't got nothing to do with ball, that really amplifies your haterism. It's okay, and all of that is fine. Just don't pretend like we don't see what we're seeing, and don't get mad when somebody call you out for it. It's okay. But for the rest of us that's just looking at ball and just watching the process from point A to point B, how he's getting from point A to point B, and watching his progression, he's a better player. He's hitting that midi a lot more. He's taking the midi a lot more. He's getting to the rack a lot more easily in Phoenix. He's also, they play with a lot of more pace and space. I don't know what it is. Why in Houston they just refused. Well, Ime Udoka refused to, spread the floor a little bit more and play more faster. But over there in Phoenix, the floor is spread. Anytime somebody driving to the lane, there's not a whole lot of help. They got a lob threat down there. Mark Williams, who's also a defensive anchor, really good. And also Iguodala is also a lob threat and a defensive anchor. He's not as good as Mark Williams, but Mark Williams always hurt. So Iguodala's played a lot of minutes at center. Alperen Sengun gonna have his work cut out for him because typically those kind of centers like that, lob threats kind of give him issues. But on the other end, they got to deal with him and his IQ and his finesse and his footwork and his savvy. They got to deal with that too. So it's gonna be a two-way street there. So that actually, the big man battle tonight should be actually kind of fun to watch. I'm really curious to see how they try to take away that lob from Mark Williams. I'm curious to see if they have Alperen Sengun even guarding Mark Williams, which they probably should. I think Mark Williams is playing. From what I understand right now, he's healthy. So I'm also curious what the other defensive matchups are going to be, man. Like, who's guarding Dylan? Who's guarding Book? Who guarding Jalen? Who guarding Royce O'Neal? Who's just really going to be just a spot-up shooter, but he can get hot. I would imagine if Ime Udoka's smart, he putting Amen Thompson on D Book. I mean, that's what makes sense. I'm hearing people say stuff like, I want Amen Thompson on Jalen Green. I want Jalen Green to not do nothing. I want him to be sorry this game. It's cool, man. Y'all can have that. Y'all can have that. But if we just not being personal, being in our feelings, if we just playing ball, we're trying to do real defensive matchups, I want a man on Dylan on Devin Booker. He's the guy who's gonna be really running the show over there. He needs to be on Devin Booker. I don't know if Reed Shepard's starting. That's another thing I'm not sure of. Let's assume he's starting. Nah, I don't want him on Jalen Green. That's not gonna be good. That's not gonna be good. That may end up being the case, but that's not gonna be good. Because if you try to hire Reed, who you gonna hire Reed Shepard on? Royce O'Neal? Maybe. But you can't have him on Jalen, Dylan, or Book. You can't. That's not gonna end well. But let's say he's starting. I'm gonna just go with what I would do. I ain't even gonna say what I'm expecting. If it's me, we're gonna go ahead, roll the dice. We're gonna put Reed Shepard on Royce O'Neal, and we're gonna see what it do. We're gonna put KD. KD can either be on Jalen or I'd probably put him on Jalen. Actually, I'd have him on Jalen, and force Jalen to shoot over the long arm of the law, which is KD. Force him to shoot over that in the mid range. Make him prove it. Make him prove that mid range is real. Barry can handle Dylan. If, as a matter of fact, I want Dylan real comfortable shooting the ball. I want him to break the offense and hijack all he wants so nobody else get hot. So I'm not doubling if Dylan is manhandling Barry just gonna have to eat some candied yams. I told y'all last game. I told y'all that boy need to be on them candied yams. I don't know what it is, but you just bump him and he go flying. Barry got to be better than that, man. Like, you need to be in that weight room. I know you've been on that yoga, but you need to load up that squat rack with 3 plates, and you gotta go till failure. You need some sand in your pants, my brother. After them squats, for y'all who didn't see my last show, I said I'm gonna say it again. You remember how Popeye used to have the canned spinach, and he just pop that joke open, and he do this number right here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Barry need that, but with yams. That's what he need. Once he start doing that, and he got to consume that right after the squat rack set. After every set, he need a can of yams. That's what he need. I'm tired of seeing that man go flying after he get bumped. It just annoys the hell out of me. But anyway, put him on Dillon Brooks. I want Dillon Brooks to do whatever he think he want to do. Let him hijack the offense. Let him break the offense. Nobody else gonna get in rhythm. I love Dillon. Dillon is my guy, but we know what time it is with him. He start feeling himself. He turned into he started thinking he Kobe. Let him think that. I'm good with it. He ain't gonna pass. he ain't gonna pass the rock. That's what he not gonna do. So I want to see that matchup. And then off the bench, I'm gonna assume Tari. Tari probably gonna end up being the first guy off the bench. Him, Capella, Tate, Holiday. They're gonna be matched up with Colin Gillespie, Grayson Allen. I don't know if Ryan Dunn gonna be in the rotation this game, but Rasheed Fleming has been hooping. Rasheed Fleming coming off the bench for them. He's pretty much Tari Eason under control, but more of a big than a wing. But Rasheed Fleming is nice, man. He can shoot a 3-2. He got super stupid long arms. Line threat. Yeah, athletic as hell. Like, I like his game. I really do. And then I don't know if Common Maluwak is gonna play too. If he plays, that's another guy who might be a problem for us trying to get to the rack against that team. But if we're moving the ball, I believe if we're moving the ball like we have been the last 6 games, really the last 10 games, I believe we should be in good shape. We should be able to get them in rotation, which we've been doing really good at, getting defenses in rotation and attacking if there's an attack or hit an open shot or open 3. And it's been going in. It's been looking good. I've been liking what the offensive process has been. I'm really happy about it. I hate that it took this long to get to this point, but we're here, and I ain't gonna complain that we're here. So there it is. There you have it. What else? I ain't gonna say there's no randoms. Somewhat of a random. I feel like a game like this, Rasheed Fleming might end up being the random to, kind of be annoying. Him or Colin Gillespie. Colin Gillespie been in a little bit of a shooting slump as of late. This gonna be the game he jump out of it. Just watch. Watch this be the game Colin Gillespie bust out of his shooting slump and be a thorn in the Rocket side. If this game gets close, goes down to the wire. Funny enough, yeah, we ain't been too great in the clutch, but neither have Devin Booker and Jalen Green. They haven't been that great in the clutch this season either. So it'll be very interesting to see if the game is close, going down to the wire last 3 minutes within 3 points. If we're going tit for tat, tat for tit, I'm trying to see what they're doing there for. I think that'd probably be more entertaining to me, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, that'd be a lot more entertaining. We're gonna see not who gonna win, but who gonna not lose. Who gonna not lose the game? Oh, another guy I think gonna be in their rotation for him, Jordan Goodwin. I don't know if he gonna play for them. He probably gonna play because they kind of use him as a point of attack defender too. But we're not doing a whole lot of dribble drive no more. I hope we don't do that no more. That don't fit this offense. That don't fit the personnel. Well, if we're not doing a whole lot of tween hezzy garbage, Jordan Goodwin's defense ain't gonna be really that important or impactful. But he might get something on the other end. Sometimes he have a good offensive game too. So these two teams match up, I think, pretty well on paper. I'd say the Rockets are probably not where they want to be at this point of this. Well, I ain't gonna say they're not where they want to be. Nah, I'm gonna say it. Rockets probably ain't what they want to be right now during the season, but they're right in the ship and they're starting to correct a lot of the complaints that we've had earlier this season. They on some good momentum right now. 6-game win streak. They've won 8 of the last 10, which is good. And in 8 of the last 10 games, we've had 30 plus assists. That's beautiful basketball. It's been beautiful to watch. The defense has been good. I never really worry. I've always said, man, I never really worry too much about Ime Udoka defense. I just don't. Yeah, he might have some stretches where it looks stupid, but when it comes down to it, man, that's his meat and potatoes, man. He gonna get it done on that end. He gonna figure something out on that end. He gonna get that corrected. Offensively is where, he kind of puts himself in a shell and, starts to play conservatively and play it safe too much and become easy to guard and, stuff like that. Predictable sets out there looking like the Texans offense. I'm saying you just know what they're going to do as soon as they line up. You just know it every time down the court. But like I said, over the last 10 games, it's been different. So we're going to hope that we keep building this momentum towards the playoffs. Phoenix Suns in the way. Dylan, Jalen, we love y'all, but you in the way right now. And you about to get your ass stomped. You about to get your head kicked in. You about to get your teeth kicked down your throat. Hope you swallow all of them teeth, bro. All right. I already did story of the game. I did X Factors for Phoenix. I ain't do X Factors for the Rockets. I already did defensive matchups. X Factor for the Rockets this game, man. Let's see. That's a good question. X Factor for the Rockets this game, man. Who really needs to step up this game outside of our normal guys? Man. It's going to be hard, man. It's going to be hard. I'm going to say this. Phoenix, they get up 41 threes a game. The Rockets do not get up enough threes. Again, I think they're dead ass last in the league in 3-point attempts. So we got to do two things. We got to limit them. We can't let them get 43s. We got to put them at like league average, like, or below that. We got to get them at keep them to 36 threes, 3-point attempts. And we got to at least shoot 36 3-point attempts. I think that's going to be where the game is right there. Because Phoenix is healthy. When they're healthy, they're good. When they're healthy, they're actually a good team. They play with pace. They spread the floor. The rotations are good. Guys can go create off the dribble. There's always a mismatch somewhere because Devin Booker is Devin Booker. Nobody can really guard him like that. Then when Jalen is hot, we already know this down in H-Town. When he hot, he that dude. And then Dylan be having these games where he be looking like he the man sometimes. So there's 3 guys you really got to worry about. And then Grayson Allen is another guy too, man. Grayson Allen can go off too. So I think he had a 40-piece this year. I think like a 48-piece, something like that. He had a crazy, stupid game this season. So Rockets got their work cut out for him. And it's the type of team that can kind of give us some issues because 2 things. They shoot the ball well. And they got a bunch of guys who can shoot the ball well. And they play a bunch of guys at the same time that can shoot the ball well. So we going to see. Ryan, what did Ryan say? Ryan say, big story game tonight. Have to whoop them. Have to stop DB. March is over, so who knows with Jalen? That's funny. Yeah, the March Jalen Green thing is always – there's a little bit of merit to it, but at the same time, wouldn't you want somebody playing their best towards the end of the season, going into the playoffs? Wouldn't you want that? I thought that was a good thing, but I guess when it's Jalen, it's not. Jalen drink water. He shouldn't be drinking water. He need to be drinking green tea. I guess, bro. I guess. Um. Anyway, back to this X Factor business, man. X Factor for the Rockets. Let's go with Tari Eason. Tari Eason struggled last game. This would be a good opportunity for him to get some get back. He got a bunch of guys he can go make an impact on defensively. He could use his size on offense too, grab offensive rebounds, get putbacks, kind of lean on him a little bit. I want to see Tari Eason have a bounce back game tonight. What you talking about Botox time? What that mean, bro? I don't speak whatever this language is, bro. What does that mean, dog? But yeah, Tari Eason gonna be my X factor for the game. Player of the game for the Rockets. Ooh, man. In all honesty, they don't have nobody to deal with KD, bro. But it just feels so easy and lazy just picking KD every game because he's KD, bro. I'm gonna go a different way. We're gonna go Alperen Sengun. I'm gonna tell you why. He's coming on as a late. He's been making the right. He's been playing the right way. He's been playing within himself, playing through the flow of the offense. And these bigs that defensively are kind of, I ain't gonna say slow-footed, because Mark Williams isn't necessarily slow-footed, neither is Iguodala. But these bigs that he can kind of back down and put under the basket, I think he can back down Mark Williams. Mark Williams is a hell of a defender. We're gonna see. I think they're gonna have to get Alperen Sengun. You know, let me not put him in that position. Let me not do that. Reed Sheppard gonna be the player of the game. How about that? You like that? Reed Sheppard gonna be the player of the game. He's gonna drop 30 points. They're gonna keep losing them on defense because the Rockets gonna suck in the defense with Alperen Sengun and KD. They're gonna force Phoenix to figure out who they want to help off of, and they're gonna make Phoenix make a bad decision. And a bad decision is leaving Reed Sheppard butt ass naked on the 3-point line from deep. And Reed been bombing them away from deep too. If I'm the Rockets, hey man, give me that high screen and roll. Mark Williams, come outside and guard this, bro. Let me see if you're gonna move your feet. I want to see that. High screen and roll Mark Williams to death. I want to see that. I want to see what they do. I want to see who's guarding Reed Sheppard in the first place. If it's Jalen, it might not work because he's really good at getting around screens now. But if it's Book that they got on Reed Sheppard, or if it's Dylan, get Reed Sheppard the ball, high screen and roll with Mark Williams. I want to see how they play that. It's going to be interesting. And it's going to be interesting to also see what kind of who Ime Udoka decides to put on Mark Williams. Is he going to put Sengun on Royce O'Neal and try to bait Phoenix into using Royce O'Neal as a shooter and a scorer? Ryan say, no, not Tari. We need a man to have a great defensive game on DB, scoring the paint. Botox time because this team is aging you, man. Can see the wrinkle. Yeah, bro. It's not just that, bro. You know I'm real close with my nieces, bro. They be giving me hell, bro. The little girls be giving me hell, man. They always something. But I love them to death. They just give me gray hair. But anyway, yeah, dog. Give me Reed Sheppard for player of the game. How about that? How about them apples? Reed Sheppard, player of the game. Halftime score. It's probably going to be an offensive battle, though. I can see it being an offensive game. Halftime score, let's say 58-52 Rockets. No, 61-52 Rockets. Final score, man. Final score, man. Last game, I was really wrong. I'm wrong a lot though. Screw it. We'll be wrong again. Rockets final score 118-111. Final score 118-111. Rockets pull away down the stretch. They get some good defensive stops. My man Thompson makes a big time play on defense. We get out on a break, get a good slam or a good open three. That's how the game gonna end. I don't know if it's gonna happen like that, obviously, but we're gonna see what time it is. It's gonna be a bit of an emotional game from Jalen. We don't know how he's gonna perform. I know a lot of people stand up to watch how he performed. They want him. A lot of people stand up to watch him do good. A lot of people stand up to watch him do bad. I'm staying up to watch the Rockets. I don't know about y'all. I'm staying up to watch the Rockets. But since it's a talking point, Jalen Green. Let's see. Let's predict Jalen Green's line, man. Jalen Green probably gonna give you 18 points. Let's say 6 of 16 shooting. Because he kind of knows how the Rockets want to play defense. So he gonna get some, but then he's also not gonna get some. Probably gonna hit a couple open threes. He ain't gonna get to the free throw line because that man got the worst whistle. He got a whistle like a deaf man, not a deaf man, a dead man. You ever seen a dead man blow into a whistle? Exactly. That man do not get to the free throw line. They don't. You could punch him straight up, square in the nose. They're not calling no foul. They might call a foul on him, if anything. But yeah, Jalen Green, he's gonna go 18 points on 6 of 16, whatever the efficiency is. Y'all and these you efficiency Nazis. He gonna give us 4 rebounds. Probably gonna get 6 assists because he's gonna be in hell with this defense. They're gonna make him get off the ball. Probably gonna get 6 assists. He been playing really good help defense as of late too. He might get a couple steals because we like to be careless with the ball at times from time to time. But we've been protecting it as of late, so he might get a steal or 2. He ain't gonna get no blocks. We could probably turn them over. We're gonna probably get 5 turnovers on him. He got to deal with Guantanamo Bay and what's the other one? And Alcatraz on Men Thompson and Tari Eason. You got to deal with them too. Jabari been stepping up on defense too, but he'll probably get smoked by Jalen. He's too quick. That's the kind of guy that get Jabari problems. So I don't think that's smart. Jabari going. Oh, is Jalen Green gonna catch a body? No, the Rockets gonna foul him. They already know in advance he want a body. They gonna foul him. They ain't gonna let him get that. Matter of fact, another prediction: Jalen Green ain't gonna get no dunks. No dunks. He might get a couple layups. He gonna go for a dunk, and he gonna miss. That's what we're gonna call. That's what we're gonna predict for Jalen Green tonight, man. But yeah, recap: player of the game, Reed Shepherd. X factor for the Rockets, Tari Eason. Final score going to be 118-111 Rockets. Halftime going to be 61-52 Rockets. X factor for Phoenix. It's probably going to be Rasheed Fleming. Player of the game for them. It's not going to be Book. Player of the game for them probably going to end up being Dylan. Looking at it, it's probably going to be in Dylan or Mark Williams. I'm going to go with Dylan Brooks because that's probably going to be by design. Ime Udoka probably going to let him do what he wants because he's just going to break their offense and nobody else going to be in rhythm. So Dylan Brooks probably going to put up some good numbers, but to the detriment of the team. I could see that being the case. Anyway, man, tip-off is over here shortly. Y'all let me know what y'all think before the game starts. I already put my predictions on wax. So anybody gonna come over here and start telling y'all I said whatever the hell I said after I said or after it happens? No, I said it before it happened. So take that. Anyway, I'm out of here, man. Let me put this game on. Go Rockets. This is the Rockets Propaganda Channel. Like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm gonna probably do another pre-game next game too. I might do a post game tonight. Who knows? But stay tuned. Put it in